Hello, and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. My name is Patrick Martin with Lingaro. I'm a business development manager, and we are partnering with CDO Magazine, MIT CDO IQ, and the International Society of Chief Data Officers in a series of interviews. Today, I have the pleasure of talking with Abhishek Singh from Metlife. He is the Global Head of Business Analytics and Head of Data Analytics for Metlife's Latin American business. Very nice to meet you. It's going to be a great conversation. Enjoyed talking to you in preparation for this. But Abhishek, you have a very impressive background, a lot of success in multiple areas and industries. You've held data and analytics leadership positions with major corporations such as McKinsey and Company, and now Metlife. How have your deep experiences prepared you for your current role at Metlife?
Yeah, hey Patrick, nice to meet you as well. And once again, thanks for giving me the opportunity to have this conversation. And like you mentioned, my role here is at the intersection of business, data, and analytics. And now at Metlife, I've been fortunate to get us going on an overall transformation journey, right, in this last 2 to 3 years. And the way I kind of think about it is I've been in this space for over 16 years now, and actually fortunate to have seen this digital revolution play out across industries. So while I work in insurance right now, in my past life, like you mentioned, in consulting, I had the opportunity to see various industries, be it healthcare, pharmaceuticals, financial services, CPG retail, all coming to terms with this new normal, right, where data is going to be a key enabler for how businesses run their decision-making process, where analytics is going to be an accelerator on how we more deeply engage our customers in more and more personalized ways. And in all of those, right, what I've really followed is a very simple, I call it like winning the 5-set marathon, right? So I play a little bit of tennis, so I kind of contextualized it to like, if you're playing a 5-setter, right? And the 5 sets really being problem set, right? So what are the problems you're solving for? Are they tied to the business imperatives? Is there value in solving those problems? The data set, so for that problem, what type of data do you need? Is data available internal, external? Does it need to be created? There's this concept of a data triangle that's kind of helped me think through that view. The tool set, right? So what types of tools do you need to work with? Cloud, on-prem, open source, closed source, off the shelf, Python. Like now, it just kind of helps you frame the toolkit that you need to have. The skill set, right, which is, I think, a critical one for companies like ourselves, right, where we believe data analytics is a core capability. So you want to have the right skill set within my team, my stakeholder base, my employee base, so that there is that focus on continuous learning and training. So that's key. And then the last one being mindset, right? And what's the mindset of the organization? Do we have that top-down buy-in? Do people believe in the power of data analytics? Am I ready for the last mile adoption, right? Because I think it's easiest now to build a data model or build a predictive engine. But what's really challenging is how can I take my sales guy, my underwriting guy, my claims operator to actually use these powerful assets in how they drive change in the way businesses are run. So that kind of 5-set approach has been a great, I would say, toolkit that I kind of carry around as I think through what I need to build out here at Metlife, and for that matter, any businesses that I've kind of interacted with over the years.
So your role at Metlife is a transformational position, which transformational gets thrown around a lot and means different things to different people. What does it mean to you and your team at Metlife, and how do you evangelize and affect data-driven change?
Yeah,
that transformation.
Transformation is a big word, right? I think very simply put, for me, it's a lot about what you do and how you do it, right? And both those components need to be impacted when you're trying to drive a transformation. And then transformation has to be in context of a capability that you're trying to build or improve or like now change. So, and capability also has three tenets, right? It's the expertise that you're trying to build, the process around it, right? So the ways of working, how that capability comes to life, and then the capacity thereof, right? That is needed to make it more, commonplace across the enterprise. So if you kind of juxtapose that, right, to say I'm going to build a capability around expertise and process and capacity, and then I'm going to do that both in terms of the what, right, and how. I think it starts to give you a very simple 2 by 3 grid, right, like that you can then start to think how you move the needle forward, right. So for example, we were, when I came in, right, we saw that there was very little work that we were doing internally as data science was concerned, right? A lot of it was partner-led, partner-driven. But then there was desire within the leadership to say, you know what, we need to take control of this, and we need to really monetize this capability. And one of the things that I kind of stood up for us in the last 2 years is our Global Analytics and Research Center in India, right, where I have now over 40 plus associates or data scientists working on problems across the globe. But doing that required a level of buy-in to very clearly explain to our leadership on what is this skill set and capability that we look to build. What am I going to change in the way I operate, right? The fact that I'll have more ownership on the problem, on the solution space. And once you start to explain that, right, as part of the transformation agenda, I think you can see like people kind of come along the journey with you. So it's really important, right? And that's what I tell my team also is everybody wants to learn. It's the process and how we are kind of bringing them along the change journey that matters, right? If I'm going to do that with authority and with some sort of a diktat, I don't think that's going to be lasting transformation. I could do that for the time I'm in a position of vantage, but that doesn't then cease, like that's not persistent and sustainable. I think sustainable change happens or transformation happens when everybody kind of sees that common vision and sees what's in it for them as they come along for that journey, right? And it's painful. It's not easy. I'll be the first to say, like I was in a startup, and building a 200 member team in that startup was an order of magnitude easy than to set up this 40 people data science team within an enterprise like Metlife. But that's the excitement, and that's the fulfillment when you actually make that transformation happen. It's very rewarding, and then you can see the change, right? You can see how people suddenly, like the way we do things, how we interact between business and technology and data analytics, all of that starts to kind of come together pretty neatly.